on 9/11 trying
Morning,
to
everybody.
else.
Today I'm down in Nokesville, Virginia at the American Experience and Wartime Museum open house. This LVT behind me was actually used in the movie Flags of Our Fathers that was filmed in Iceland.
You'll have a complete schedule.
It's pretty cool.
For the day. Pretty much
Locals call this event Tank Farm. It's privately owned by one man named Alan Kors. He's last I heard he had like 80 vehicles in his collection. Everything from World War I all the way up to the 90s. He's got a lot of Russian tanks here.
In some cases, you'll hear that we're getting ready to start something out there in the field.
Walk around here, see what they got. Coming up on the Vietnam display here now. This here's a 40mm double gun here. Take a look at the inside of it here. There's Vietnam display. Charlie.
Sure. Just don't break your camera.
All right, now we're looking at the M4A1 Sherman tank.
Oh yeah.
Now we'll take a look at the engine here. Now we're looking at the Stuart tank. M5A1.
Yep, and during the year, not just tank open house day.
All right, now we're coming up on the German reenactors. Got an MG-34 machine gun, and this one's an MG-42 machine gun. This one shoots about 1,200 rounds a minute. Here's one of the reenactors manning his radio. Go ahead.
It's a 1930 AA Ford truck, and They built them in England, France, Belgium, Germany, and Russia before the war. And they built forts during the war. Well, maybe not the occupied countries, but Germany did. And the Russians built them and called them Gaz because that's the name of the town that the factory was in. They didn't call it a Ford, but it's a Ford Model A or double A truck. And they made a double A and a triple A, which has another tandem axle behind that one. And I can show you pictures. I've got a Ford at war.
All right.
And that's like a 39 Ford with the round grill in North Africa. And that's an advertisement for Ford work in Cologne on the Rhine. So is that. And I took a trip to Germany up the river and went right past that factory, and the old brick factory with the smokestacks is still there.
Is that right?
They bombed it during the war.
Cool.
I think Henry Ford had a secret deal going on. But let's see.
You say 1/3 of the vehicles were American owned, huh?
Well, no, they were Fords.
Fords,
they were
all right.
German-owned Fords.
Okay.
Because they were built in a German factory.
All right.
And Fords, you know, I guess the Germans paid Ford royalties or rights or whatever to build them there.
All right.
And
there's a German half-track.
These tanks, this equipment that you see out here,
Actually, Czechoslovakian, I believe.
Yeah. To think of, design, develop, manufacture, and ultimately use that technology to gain the freedoms we have today.
All right, these guys are portraying the German Volkssturm during at the end of the war. The Germans would use old men and young children to defend Berlin. Here's the Jade Panther 38. Coming up on the British. Now this here's the Bren carrier.
Early on in the war and then throughout.
There's American infantry display.
That all of your cartridges are hanging into. And
Got a
then
machine gun, 60mm mortar with the rounds on the ground there.
That all linked together. Each cartridge has one, and they are held together just by the cartridge.
Now what we got here is the M3 Lee medium tank. Used a lot of these in North Africa. And we was fighting the German Africa Corps. Yeah, coming up on some nice Jeeps. And here we got another 40mm anti-aircraft gun. There we got a 2.5 ton truck with a 50 caliber machine gun on it. Got the trailer on the back. Walking into the Russian encampment. Got the machine guns here. It's an anti-tank rifle.
The men leave to become partisan.
How you doing there?
And the women and the children
Pretty good, thanks.
Once you pull the trigger, like each one of these
Another machine gun here.
Got
Got the mortar there and a couple rounds laying on the ground.
I guarantee you will feel the heat.
Got a medical display here, the ambulance behind it.
Stand by.
And we're getting ready to have a flamethrower demonstration here.
How many can feel the heat back there? Now imagine you were on the receiving end of that. Believe it or not, he just dumped the entire 4.5 gallons of product. Like I say, it doesn't take long. This is what we have today. We are the nation
I'll
we
show
are
you a little
today.
medical
We are the
display
society
here.
we are today, thanks to every generation, especially military forces that have gone before. Without them, we wouldn't be who we are today. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
We got a wounded guy here now, getting medical treatment.
Give me a second up. Like I say, 70-year-old psychologist.
There's some shrapnel they took out of him. Cut him with a scalpel there.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what I was talking about.
Say hi to everybody, Norm.
Hi, everybody.
There's where he'll be sleeping tonight.
That's an amazing thing when you're getting an opportunity to see something that a lot of times, a lot of people had never ever been able to see. So, I want to thank Tom for having the foresight.
There's the inside of the ambulance.
You may have different jobs in the Marine Corps.
Alright, now we got the big tank destroyer here. Awesome piece of machinery here.
Right. Folks,
Now we're coming into the chaplain's tent here. You see the chaplain's flag up there. There's Bibles down there for hymnal books.
Helicopter out here. It looks like it's already drawn a line. If you didn't know, Chinook means great wind. And when this thing came in this morning, we did indeed have a great wind here at the museum. They're going to be on display all day. Courtesy of the folks from Fort Eustis, Virginia, down in my stomping ground. That's where I grew up. I want to thank the Army from Fort Eustis.
They got a bunch of pictures of chaplains in the field.
Helicopter. We've got British tanks off to my right. Then we've got a German encampment with a headline there. We have an Israeli Sherman tank. Back in the back, we've got Swedish S-tanks. We've also got some other French kit and a lot of Russian equipment. Some of it marked up as East German. Some of it marked up, I believe, the PT-76. See the trucks? I want to thank everybody here, all the veterans, all the currently serving military.
Now we're coming up on some things that were left over from the 9/11 attack. Here's a New York Fire Department car. Now we're looking at some bent up and melted beams from the World Trade Center after the attack. Here's a mangled up mess of the World Trade Center remains, steel beams. Here's one of the steel beams with the concrete in it. Now behind me is an actual fire truck from the New York Fire Department. Here's one of the fire trucks that was actually there on 9/11. That's sad. You can actually see up there where, right up here, right there, everything's melted, just like the day it happened.
Think of Vietnam. We were in.
A lot of paint was melted off the truck. Sad day. And there's the water jug that was still on the truck. All the melted paint. A couple of Japanese reenactors.
It's in Virginia, but you know that place where they do we did a Philippine event there before, and that was a long time ago.
Look at the bayonet.
Yeah, and you're ready. Oh, ready. Okay. I'm like a unit commander, and I got stuck being a unit commander. So you know, it's like one of those things. Like
And here's the British reenactors. All right, here's my group.
Hi, Kenny.
I'll put you on YouTube.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Better straighten.
You had to video that on me.
Better straighten up.
Paul Cirillo to drive those Jeeps.
All right.
There we go.
You hear that, Paul?
My morning has been wounded, I think, 3 times. But he's still on the line, and it's almost out there.
the phone's still on.
That sounds, that seems to be
They have the phones on.
Dusty today. LVTs from the Vietnam era.
Johnny Jones, Johnny Jones. Johnny Jones, you've won a ride. If you're in earshot, come on up, Johnny Jones.
All right, here comes a British Centurion tank. Look at the dust. here comes the M24 Chaffee. All right, now we're going to have a little reenactment with the Marines.
Okay. Point man into formation. He sees something. He calls up the patrol leader. He sees gun emplacement in the open. Tells him what's going on. Patrol leader makes a decision. He's going to advance on this fixed position. He's going to go back. Obviously, if this was real
Now they're bringing up the BAR man.
The grass where you can see him, but if the public, they have to stand a little bit higher. So once they get into place, they get low on the ground. They get their bellies in the dirt. And then second fire team moves on their left flank. And they do the same. They're going to get down on their belly. Okay. At this point, the patrol leader is going to make a decision. He's going to open, tells them to open fire. They're going to open fire on that position. Fire. Give it to the next first fire team to first fire team is bounding forward, while that second fire team is laying down the base of fire. They get down to position. They lay down their base of fire. Second fire team. Fire team rushes. First fire team is bounding. They get down. As you notice, the patrol leader is giving the command. Fire team leaders are passing the command, and everybody within that fire team is passing the word. They get down, second fire team starts opening up. The ARMans have his front. He's laying down a base fire. They get down. They're still laying down base fire. First fire team is going down to their LOA. That second fire team is going to go on S1 format. He's throwing up Zippo. Flamethrower is moving up because you don't want the flamethrower in the assault itself. That could be a bad thing. Hey, flamethrower man's coming up. He's coming up on the right flank. First fire, the whole squad is giving him a base of fire so as not to get the flamethrower man out in the open. He's burning that position. That flame is also burning whatever in the area. It's also extracting oxygen out from that bunker, suffocating anything that's living on the inside. Given the command to go online, their next command is going to assault through. They're going to assault through the position. They're going to search that bunker and see if there's accountability.
Here's the British Centurion tanks. We've seen those earlier running around the track.
In World War II, that was also called the blow torch screw method. So there was three forms. That's the blow torch screw method. The torch screw is basically high explosion. You throw a high explosion in that area such as a fuel bag or something of that nature. So that tactic was used well on Okinawa as well.
And here's some information about it. Designed during World War II in the United Kingdom, became one of the most widely used MBTs of the post-war period. One more shot here, the 8 Panther. And here's the information on this one. Now back to the Volkssturm display, the German bicycle. See a Panzerfaust on there.
But I think they're all like sold out. All the collectors stacked them up.
And here's the German Panzerfaust.
We also wanted to clear that Russian.
Panzer Schreck, excuse me. That means bazooka.
I also do Civil War artillery.
And when a competent operator
Now
is
back to this
on board and using
Ford
it,
truck that was used by the German Army.
we are thrilled to have
In
them
World War
display
II.
this here. And we always want them to take the utmost care, which they do. These guys are very safe with this stuff. So, again, thank you so much. Tom, what's his name? Do we have anybody else, some volunteers that can come on out with some shovels and picks and rakes? Come on and do it.
One of the Russian tanks.
As we've engaged.
Another one of the Russian tanks. Let's take a look inside of this one.
We had a little rain here a couple of days ago. It wasn't enough.
And there's some Russian equipment. It's Molotov cocktails down here. Captured German
I do not know
Panzerfaust.
what equipment might be coming in, but I think we might get to see some first responders from the Knoxville Fire Department here.
Alright, here we got a half track with the quad 50s on it. That means 4 50 caliber machine guns up there. This one's got a single one on it. Right now it's kind of hard to get videos because I can't even see my screen on my phone. It's so bright out here. It's so hot out today. Amphibious vehicle that was used during World War II. Now I'll show you the propeller on this one. There's the propeller on this one. That's my little friend Rommel. Hey Rommel, look here, boy.
Yeah, thank you.
Alright, here's the World War I tank. Yeah, 1917. Here's the engine. All Alright, now we got a mountain troop display here. Got the vehicle's a weasel, they call it. Interesting display.
I'll give you a hint. 24 feet, whatever scale that is.
There's my friend Christine Lurk's home front display. She has an amazing collection.
A lot of people have been to Florida. You're doing service as well
Remember Pearl Harbor. There's a Dodge command car. Bunch of radios in the back. The Chinook's going home. He's from Fort Eustis.
Says he's coming back tomorrow.
Yeah. That'll do it for today's video. Hope you liked it. It's a good time today. Until then, we'll see you on the next video. Have a good night.